into Sugar 6.5 is that the whole user interface has been changed. Instead of having module tabs where you normally expect it, they are now at the top here in this user bar. You'll notice that the screen is more open from previous versions. The administration tab or the user tab is now up here in a drop down. And you can see that you have your profile and your employees and your logout as a drop-down instead of having a whole section of the screen reserved for that information. We also have a plus control here that allows you to quickly create any type of module that you want instead of having in the old version the status bar at the top with the shortcut bar. You'll notice that you have more real estate on your screen to handle more of your data entry and your knowledge finding for your CRM. Your notifications are next to your user toolbar there. Clicking on that, you'll have notifications of any kind of issues that you might have with your Sugar instance in this little number here, as well as having your profile picture there. Next to that, we have a full text search, which is new in Sugar 6.5. Before we had just search capability, but now we can do a full text search. If I type in the letter A, you'll notice that anything with the letter A is now showing up in here. And that would be any field underneath that as well. So if you have a description field and that letter A is in there, it'll show up. If you hover over the module, you will get, of course, your action items, your favorites, and then your last view. Every module will have that. Going into a actual record, you'll notice that in 6.5, the action items are now in a drop-down box instead of across the top in a button format. If I want to edit this record, I just merely click on that, and then it'll take me to the edit screen. Cancel. One of the big changes in Sugar 6.5 is a very full functioning calendar. This calendar supports recurring meetings and does allow you to drag and drop any action item that you have as one of your items. Merely just double click on here and give it a subject name. We click save, and then presto, we have a meeting in here that I can either increase the time if I need to, drag and drop, and relocate this to anything. If I double click in it, I will be able to invite other people, and in the occurrences I can have a daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly repeat. In the calendar, we now have a shared button which allows you to see other members of your team's calendars in your week view. In the sample data, you can see that you got Chris, Jim, Max, and Sally's calendar for the week, and it's for that whole week, and you can see who's where. I can also modify the user list by clicking the button to the top right, and I can switch who I would like to see. I can grab a whole team and see that whole team's calendar and every member on there by filtering out the team, selecting them, clicking select, and presto, there is their calendars for the week. Anytime you want to go back to the home page, you just merely need to click the sugar cube at the top left corner, and you'll be taken to the home page to see all your dashlets. You'll notice in Sugar 6.5 that once you go from a list view of a module to the detail view, you'll have pagination buttons at the top right where you can cycle through your list of records by just clicking this. So you can go through and see every single one of your records without having to go back to the list view and then back to the detail view. You'll also notice in the subpanels that they too have the drop down for the action items for each one. Before, when you could create, select, and do other tasks with the buttons here, they are now merely drop down menu items that you need to select. And once you do that, it'll immediately take you to that task at hand.